Welcome everyone, it is I, Evelyn. I have two reads for you today, both for the twin flames. Take a deep breath. Sending lots of love and blessings out to you guys. Hope you're having a great day. And I have two reads. They're both for the twin flame community. The first one was done last night. I cut the SIRIAN STARSEED deck. This is a 7-deck read for those of you not familiar. If something doesn't resonate with you, don't force it to fit. And it is for masculine and feminine twin flames, okay? So both of your stories are going to be combined here. The first read was done last night. I'm going to do that one first. I'll show you all the pictures, and then we'll get into the second read, which was done today. Yep. So this is the read from yesterday, last night. Okay, the main read, the SIRIAN STARSEED deck. And then this is the full read from last night. Just clear it a little bit. Okay. And then from today, the one in front of you, this is the main read from the SIRIAN STARSEED deck. And the full read in front of you. So if you want to take a snapshot and follow along, I do usually mention most of the cards that I'm reading, okay? Okay. So we finished I cut the deck at 8:51 to 52, the SIRIAN STARSEED deck. 8 is the Strength card, 51 and 52 are the King and Queen of Swords. And actually they were the ones playing out in this read today. I finished the read last night at 9:15 to 16, which is the Devil in the Tower, along with the 9 of the Hermit. The major arcana for that read were Luna, which is the moon, Indigo, the Magician, Ascension, which is the world, and then Higher Self, or the High Priestess. Before and after the read, because I always pull a few cards on either end of the read that I also incorporate into the read. Before the read, the Great Wheel, or the Wheel of Fortune, came up, and after the read, the Strength card came up. There were 3 wands and 4 swords. That's it. No cups, no pentacles in this first read. Just 3 wands, 4 swords. The Court card in the first read was the King of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles came up before the read, the Queen of Pentacles after the read, but the King of Wands was the only one in the main part of the read, and he's very much the shaman energy in this deck. The numbers in the code line were all about teaching and learning. And there were double 6s and double 10s. Double 6s is the Queen of Pentacles, and I was whistling again. That's been coming up all week this week. 10-10 is that high vibration, but also wanted to bring up, wow, I forgot to review that. After I did my last read, was it this one? I don't think it was yesterday's read. I think it was the day before. Let me see which one it was. 1 second. One second, bear with me. Okay. So after I did my read, I was watching Jen McCarty and Charlie Freak, and I think Magenta Pixie. I forget who was on the call. I think it was the 3 of them, or it might have just been 2. But they were talking a lot. Actually, I think there was more than that. But if I come across the title of that video, I'll let you know. But I watched it after I did my read, and there were so many parallels in what they were talking about to what was coming up for me. And one of those things, Charlie Freak was talking about taking down the cabal in Venice. Like 13 of the families had been taken down. And in my read that I'd done before I listened to this video that I told you about, this was the one from the 1st, so yesterday. This was done in the morning at 10 a.m. The code line was about the 10 emperors that are fools, silly, crazy madmen. And when I looked up the Saudi that he was talking about, there were 10, literally 10 princes who fell. And one of those Saudi princes was the one who had referred Obama to Harvard. So it was very interesting how the parallels were happening, as well as I brought up the Sagittarius reference to God, because God always comes up as Saggy for me. And of course the horse, and then the Mr. Ed came up yesterday, as well as the what's it called? The Pegasus came up. And the Pegasus came up, that visual came up in a movie last night too. So he was talking about the same exact thing, how Jupiter and Saturn and the moon are coming together, and talking about Sagittarius being Jupiter. He was talking about Jupiter being God. And so that was exactly what I was talking about on my video right before I'd listened to his video. So there was a lot of parallels there, which I was pleased to see. And what else was coming up? I'll have to review that again. I'll bring it up on my next video. But definitely a lot of parallels. So something that came up for me. Oh, that's right. And my videos this week also, the triple B's and the triple T's were coming up, and I was going through that stuff. And as Charlie Freak was talking about the third eye and how the Kundalini works and the 3.5 spirals, and I don't want to go into too much of his stuff. You can watch their video if you want to know all the information. But he was talking about the blood-brain barrier, and the triple B's were coming up for me. I told you about that, but I really expanded on the triple T's, which then when I looked up the triple T's, there were so many things that are triple T that resonated with the message. And one of those things was a teaching that Jen was doing called QTTT, Jen McCarty. But before I'd seen her QTTT, when I looked up TTTs, it was time travel technology, something around that. But her QTTT was about the same thing. But there's a lot of TTT acronyms that definitely relate to the journey. So it was just really cool. I'll have to go over it again to see if there's anything else I missed that I want to tell you. But also something that came up to me while they were talking was the as above, so below in the pyramids and the triangles, that it's very obvious that if it is as above, so below, then God is the child, because we are the two parents and the child. So there, if you invert the triangle, then above is the Christos Sophia, and the Godhead is the child, actually. So that was an interesting message that came through as well. So back to today and last night's read. Okay. So this first read, continuing on, about teaching and learning. There were no numbers on this code line from last night. The message was about Source Sophia, and again the collective consciousness, and the mass children support. And I was getting E-I-E-I-O-U. E-I-E-I-O-U. So Old MacDonald's Farm, and then E-I-E-I-O-U to the Divine Feminine from the twins, basically. But teaching and learning, it's like saying we owe each other, but it was referencing the Source Sophia and the collective consciousness of the Divine Feminine, and the mass children support from the Divine Feminine. And basically the masculine saying to the feminine, they owe you, and the feminine saying to the children, I owe you. It was a very sweet message, actually. And then when I was in the grocery store just before now, I ran up to pick up something. I'm standing in line. The line was very long. And the song that came up was, it was perfect. It was, all I need is just a little more time to be sure what I feel isn't all in my mind. 'Cause it seems so hard to believe that you're all I need. So that was coming up. Thanks for humoring me there. So in reference to the code line here, 'tis knowledge, to be, to feel, to like, to taste, to realize, to have the next turn, to be tardy yet poetic, the six of the lovers, the sea, the ocean, the support that is one of two, the E, the Elohim, the divine feminine, and the IOU. To pee, to piddle, to wee, and to weave. I am that I am, if one of two, IOU, teaching and learning. 'Tis a sudden event, I see the mass child, OU, teach and learn. Okay, so it's very much about teaching and learning between each other, the masculine and the feminine, the parent and the child, and that whole dynamic going on. So some of the stuff that came up online, all of it was in different languages, so I'm not even going to try to read them to you. But they were all in different languages. So it has to do with, you know, we're all one, no matter what language we speak, whether it's code language or whether it's English or whether it's Chinese, it doesn't really matter. We're still all one. We just speak in a different language. And also the 14 frequent symptoms of blood and infection, sepsis also came up as the last thing. Some of them, one was an avocado mask that came up, two music groups came up, and an assassination, which I think it was French, but I couldn't read it, exactly because I didn't put it into the system. But it was definitely about an assassination of 8 people, I think. But that's the kind of stuff that was coming up. Also, safeguarding and promoting the welfare of young. The title was Position Title, Short-Term Contracts for Fish. And this was from blueventures.org. And that was the title, or the quote in the title basically ended saying safeguarding and promoting the welfare of young. And then consonants, alphabets, and swimsuit illustrated came up. So just all different ways of speaking from your heart, whether it's words or showing off your latest swimsuit or alphabets, consonants, codes, whatever it is. So we started with the moon here last night with the Luna reversed. Okay, so not this read because this is the second read, but in this position here. And below it were the 5 of Swords upright, the Wheel of Fortune upright, the 6 of Pentacles upright, and the Page of Pentacles upright. So deception after a growth spurt or war, destined to share and settle out with the Page of Pentacles, the student, the intern, the opportunity or invitation to teach and learn with an opportunity to deceive, the Ace of Wands reversed being frustration, the Page of Cups offer, message of love. Justice in partnership with the King of Wands reversed, with back turned over a message of love, causing frustration between them. The Page of Cups upright, that message of love, and again, this is very much the innocence of the child. The Page of Cups message of love to the Pisces reversed, or the world reversed, or the divine feminine in another world, dumping their load, their burdens, their responsibilities, perhaps confession about overworking or no work, or it's just not working, in separation and heartbreak. The 2 of Cups over the loss, the regret, the guilt, and the shame, and the past. Steering the ship with a lead foot and can't forgive self, but then found someone again who helped them get over the loss, over the deception, and the Cancer reversed. Implementing a plan, the Hermit shedding light on the Chariot upright and the High Priestess reversed, in a bold move to reveal a secret, Virgo upright, Cancer upright, and Pisces reversed. The secret out about polarized sphinxes, broken in, and Quasimodo, a wise old man, teaching others to use their intuition. In the winter of life, when the world is all white with snow, it's worth waiting for, and below that was retreat. So taking a vacation or a break at 11:27, which is then Justice and the Ace of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles reversed, caving perhaps to the 10 of Pentacles, family, business, or community, and the fantasy and or mirror. The sham fam with issues at work, no big love there, or third-party justice. Perhaps running out for more nuts or sent out to get them. Back to work for fairy justice or female Libra with 2 spoons of fruit and no ankle bracelets jingling all the time. Only armed with the truth and sweetness and music. Number 32. which is the journeyman, the Six of Wands. And beneath music was self-discipline, 41, the Ace of Cups, self-love, spiritual love, and new love. The Page of Swords, message, news, and not telling, insecure, resting with knife at bedside and focusing on heart, uncomfortable, unhappy, healing the heart. Bands or barrels or logs exposed, no barrel of monkeys, monk keys. And this knife could be a sword or ice pick as well at 1141, justice and the Ace of Cups, love. Uncomfortable with mess and poop, drinking too much or dissatisfied with healing. Healing deception, getting over the revelation of justice and or music, and Libra. The recent past is Six of Swords reversed with no peace. The dark night, death, end, transition to the happy ending. Settling out to make a small offer, a token, perhaps to a sad sack or Aquarius reversed, breaking patterns and not wearing a mask. Present, gift, the Queen of Cups upright, meditating and rushing in with the truth to the Empress reversed or Taurus reversed, and Justice or Libra upright. The Dark Knight or Scorpio upright, and the foundation or the root of the reading here is this Three of Wands being present to the flame, the Empress reversed and the King of Swords reversed, with the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords rushing in to tell them something, or big or long announcements, or just small messages, or both, moving, visiting, ending a marriage, or home just unstable and destined to step up to the plate and take a swing. The central energy at the heart of the matter is the King of Wands shaman reversed, tired of doing the daily, the patient angel overworked, and in uncomfortable energies with the Queen of Pentacles reversed with issues at work, with the Knight of Wands reversed, foolish behavior, overwhelming or just pushed to the limit. Or the Queen of Pentacles reversed, third party through work with player and fool purging, dumped in the dumps, dumped on, or crying and or dumping a big emotional load, social distancing, bad influences, and no social life, and or third party, challenged by the Ten of Swords upright, betrayal, ending pain, moving, or ending in a marriage. Knowing but not telling, the inner war with lovers out in the cold, presently over it, frustrated, uninspired, or a sick child or sick pup. Separation, heartbreak, or heart issues, and laid up and can't work, powerless or dependent, or financial drains, or a payout to release someone from prison. New life with billowy blues in the energetic exchange about a split, divide, and lies, and a need of clarity or to cut through the crap, information to choose a new path, or to choose the twin, the Emperor reversed, released from foolish behavior of the Queen of Swords reversed, silent treatment or verbal abuse, exposing all, to the King of Cups upright and the Knight of Wands reversed, player falling short, or just someone holding back their true desires. The Four of Swords reversed, no day at the beach, happy alone, purging, suffering in silence, and manifesting big time. The Emperor reversed with secret attention to heal from separation. The Emperor reversed and Hierophant reversed, split, implementing a plan to end perhaps sleazy sex in the 5D with the Divine Feminine, King of Cups, dumping a load, a burden, responsibility, confessing, putting their ass out there to be touched by their twin. The Knight of Swords cracking the whip with the kids and what they see or don't see, not sleeping or awakening and coming out. The King of Pentacles superhero released by a message of love, unable to express their feelings, or kids with explosive energy at 1209, which is the Hangman and the Hermit. Or the Page of Cups exposing all, blowing their top, crown, cover, or mind, and jealous with no peace for the King of Pentacles. At 12:10 a.m., and that 12 was the Hangman, 10 is the Wheel of Fortune. The King of Pentacles, unable to express feelings of jealousy and frustration and be the superhero all at the same time. Naked for all to see, the King of Cups upright and the Knight of Wands reversed, unconditional love and player all in one. Soon is indigo, proposing to third party left behind, or the Queen of Wands reversed with a negative group, with an opportunity to awaken with the Emperor reversed, strategizing self-satisfaction perhaps, or guarding the weak and vulnerable and social distancing, and the Queen of Wands reversed, offered an opportunity to learn or research a new idea along with the Emperor reversed to be satisfied. The twin flames are coming up as seeing themselves as the ascension process, but not going forward, or it can be a Pisces as well. But it's like descending as opposed to ascending, or just feeling that way. And remember, we're on an energetic curve, so sometimes you are descending because we're going backwards like the retrogrades in order to go forward again to create that momentum. Descending to choose a path away from the Queen of Swords reversed, wounded warrior, victim. The Queen of Cups strong and getting clean or clear to lead the way on the journey of energetic exchange clearly at 12:21. One taking the lead and not waiting around, processing new information over victim mentality stance. Reconciliation, chemistry, children are affecting your love life, and deception comes up for all of the twins. If I say divine masculine, I'm sorry, I'm just used to saying that. Yeah, it's for all the twins here or there. So around the twins, or how they are seen, is the higher self, or the high priestess, but reversed, needing to use their intuition or a secret passion, deception, by the Ten of Pentacles family, business, or community, and standing up to them. Lovers offer a new life of ending pain or a payoff to attempt to pay for betrayal and pain. Lovers' deception, taking time, money, and effort from the Ten of Pentacles family, business, or community, or legacy, or using the business money to get spa treatments or healing treatments over being defensive. Rather lay down and die than have to confront issues. The block here for the twins is the Eight of Swords reversed, the release from the Emperor reversed, which is someone who's out of control, and whether that's abusing power or out of control in ego death, seeing synchronicities in a losing battle, teaching and learning, but even more so, perseverance and spirituality. Hostage released after inspecting all nooks and crannies, destined to awaken to the rainbow array of women around them. The wounded warrior frustrated and exposed, the King of Cups upright and the Knight of Wands reversed, letting go to repair, fix, and mend, and perhaps make an announcement. The Queen of Pentacles reversed, exposed suddenly, or kids or Leo explode, erupt, blow their top, crown, cover, or mind, or have an epiphany, or jealousy, moodiness, insincerity, or over the King of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles reversed, wounded warrior. Ten of Cups, emotional cycle complete or happy ending, and being strong, or with Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries no longer leaving choices up to the devil. The devil, or Capricorn, says hasta la vista, baby. The third wave, babes in arms, kids stepping up to take over for Atlas so he can go take care of other things. Announcement to the divine masculine and the kids, and an offer of love from Cancer, or in a bold move at 12:36, which is the Hangman and the Ten of Wands, the Atlas energy. So the moon is reversed in deception, present in 5D world of ascension, secret passion but without peace. The King of Wands reversed is challenged by ending pain, a painful ending, with indigo proposal to release a hostage, to wake and come out. The wounded warrior, Queen of Pentacles reversed, top dog, strong, superhero, without a mask, not leaving their destiny in someone else's hands. Deception and nowhere to hide and heal, present to the King of Wands reversed and challenged by betrayal. That's no picnic, the world upside down, or the 5D world, a need to ascend. Indigo proposes to secret passion to release them from prison of wounded warrior, Queen of Pentacles reversed, with sham-fam, with a big ego perhaps, tripping up in front of the devil himself. The central energy is all about the King of Wands reversed here, coming clean about a deception, with a proposal to release the wounded warrior, Queen of Pentacles reversed, and or family. Leo upright, Scorpio upright, Sag reversed, Libra upright, Capricorn upright and reversed, Aquarius upright, all here at the end. The majors in the read were Cancer reversed, Aries upright, Pisces reversed times 2, and Leo upright. And that was the read last night. So the one for today, which is in front of you now, and today is the 2nd of October, the 2 of the High Priestess, and the day adds up to the Tower, or the 16, which adds up to a 7. 7 is the calm before the storm, and the Tower, of course, is any kind of sudden event or epiphany. And the 2 of the High Priestess being that secret, that psychic awareness, that quietness within. It can also represent a religious person and someone who's a caretaker or very pure at heart or very virginal. So we have the second read. The SIRIAN Starseed deck was cut and dealt at 10:10, and the time clock's around 25 minutes is when this read will start. 10:10 is the Wheel of Fortune times 2. So let me pull you an energy card for this first read before I go on to the second one. What is our takeaway from this first read? For everybody watching, for the best and highest good of all who's concerned, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn? And let's clear all negative energies from all chakra layers, all auric layers, first and beyond, all multidimensional bodies across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all who's concerned. And let's fill that empty space with only beautiful divine love and diamond crystalline light. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What is our takeaway from this first read? What is the message from this first read? I'm out of breath, boy. All right, we have these two cards came right out. So we have 15 and 16 of the Devil and the Tower energy. There's two more cards that want to come out too, but let me just clarify this a little bit. All right, so 16 of the Tower, and very much like the Clock Tower and the Statue of Liberty all in one. Someone who's not happy with the timing of things. And this one needs to be great, right? This is someone who needs gratitude over here, to show appreciation and be patient. Okay, so these were coming up yesterday as well. So we have the Devil and the Tower energy, right? So that explosive energy that needs to clear the field comes up. And then these two of the Thinking Man and the Healer of the Ages. 46 is the children, the 6 of Cups in the Garden, and the 51 of the Healer of the Ages is the King of Swords. Okay, so learning a new trade perhaps, right? So this can be going back into your inner child to learn to do what you're actually here to do. So that's coming up for both the masculine and the feminine. And how perfect was that, right? You have this for the feminine, and that's the feminine within both the masculine and the feminine. Here's the masculine within both, okay? And then the bottom of the deck is the journey. So how perfect is that? The 2 of the High Priestess, all right? In the middle of the bridge, you guys are meeting right in the middle, just like on Sex and the City with Steve and Miranda, meeting in the middle of the Brooklyn Bridge. But this is the Rainbow Bridge, and her bags are packed and ready to go. So now it is 27:38, 39. So we'll say at 28 minutes, we'll start this second read. As I said, I cut the SIRIAN Starseed deck at 10:10, and that's that very high vibration. And at 10:23, 23 being the King of Wands, I was getting of orbs, and orbs means the blind man. It means the orphan. And again, this is referencing to God being the child, right? So of course God's going to be protective over the children. Sorry about that. So, and also Sophia came up again, and that 23 is the King of Wands. At 10:28, 10 being again the Great Wheel, and 28 being the 2 of Wands, the choice of path or the twin flames. Then I was getting, actually this started at 10:10. Where did I cut the deck? Oh, so I cut the deck at 10:10, but before as I was cutting the deck, this is when this came up. So, tell the rabble to be quiet. We anticipate a riot. This common crowd is much too loud. Tell the fools who sing their song that they are fools and they are wrong. They are a curse. They should disperse, right? So this is Hosanna from Jesus Christ Superstar. And that was referencing Pontius Pilate, I believe. And he comes up many times, Spirit's connecting with me, as the King of Swords, right? That it wasn't his fault, that he didn't order for Jesus to be crucified. But of course he's going to get blamed for it because he was the Roman in charge. So at 10:28, which is the twin energy of the Wheel of Fortune and then the 2 of Wands, hey JC, won't you fight for me, came up. Zana hey, Zana ho, superstar. Why waste your breath moaning at the crowds? Nothing can be done to stop the shouting. If every voice were still, the noise would still continue. The rocks and stones themselves would start to sing. Hosanna, hey, Zana, 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 ho. Zana, hey, Zana, ho. Zana. Hey, JC, JC, you're all right by me. Zana, hey, Zana, ho, superstar. And I don't know what verse is what, but that's the message that's coming out now. So sorry if you didn't want to hear me sing. You get to hear me sing anyway. So the King of Swords was coming up along with the Ace of Cups, right? Learning to love oneself first and a new love. Self-love, spiritual love, and new love. And also then the 4 craftsmen were coming up. The Ben Joseph, Ben David, is it Ezra or Israel? I can't remember. And then the Melchizedek, which is the son of Noah. So that was coming up. And so daughter of David, daughter of Mary may be coming up in your realm. And then as I put down the Queen of Swords, I was getting the Queen of Sheba at 1036, 36 being the Atlas energy, that 10 of Wands, the weight of the world. I finished this read at 1039, 39 being the Knight of Cups. And at 1042, I was getting 3-4 shut the door. The major arcana in the read in front of you were the higher self, transition, and guidance. Before the read was alchemy or the temperance card. Guidance is the Hierophant. And transition is the death card. And then after the read, hanging man, which is the hangman. We had 3 pentacles, 2 cups, 2 swords, and 1 wand. And the court cards were the Queen of Swords in the read. Before the read was the Knight of Swords, and after the read was the King of Swords. So we have the 3 swords, the Knight, the Queen, and the King of Swords. The numbers in the code line were all about communication and Christ consciousness communication, Om unication. We had double 8s as most significant here of the 2, the masculine and feminine, dancing within their own masculine and feminine, in their own kundalini, that 8 energy between themselves and then with each other standing side by side, which then for me, the 2 8s side by side become the infinity symbol on its side. The 55 of the truth, Excalibur, the Ace of Swords. And then the sequences of 3, 4, 5, and 7, 8, 9 came up, 3, 4, 5 being the 3D, 4D, 5D, and then the 7, 8, 9 references the 5D, because 1, 2, 3 is the 3D, 4, 5, 6, the 4D bridge, and then 7, 8, 9 being the 5D. So very much talking about the dance over the bridge to the 5D, to grandmother's house we go. So the code line was all about communications, with the C being separate from Om communications. I'm sorry, I had a clearing today, so I might be burping a little bit. So the code line here was about, well, first the other numbers that came up were 3221, which can be 32 of the journey and the 21 of the world completion, the 88, the 55, 58, which is the 4 of swords, the 5D connection between the masculine and feminine, the 57 of the 3 of swords, the separation, the 1, 2, 3 jump, and also being the 3D of 1, 2, 3, the 23 of the King of Wands, the 56 of the 2 of Swords, and the 67 of the Knight of Pentacles. Toggling up Sophia, and this is very similar to last night, because Sophia came up in the code line last night as well. Toggling up to Sophia, the 8 of the dance, to come together in joy of co-creation. At the dawn, the surprise, with hesitation. The television, which can be the telepathy or the cord between the masculine and the feminine, also using remote viewing. They're all different ways of connecting with each other. The television show of power and the dance of the kundalini of the divine masculine and feminine, the 8 going back and forth from each other, co-creating Sophia's dance, the 8, in a cry of surprise, of shining their light, the dawning of the age of Aquarius and God's union. Sophia's dance to God's union. And then I looked up the gematria for 83. 38 is the Queen of Cups, but 83 is past the deck. So I looked it up to see what came up, and CNN came up, which is interesting because the Queen of Cups is all about going within for news, and CNN is going outside themselves for news. The reflection of the 38, the Queen of Cups within, and the news without. TV, Christ, unity consciousness, strength of co-creation of the SAG union. The Sagi is the God energy, the union of the Christ unity consciousness with Om unications. Some other things that came up with TVC were Tennessee Valley Authority, TVC Communications, which is a 5G solutions company, amongst other things. Headquarters was interesting because I was in PA, which a lot of things come up in PA that I have no idea are here. Texas Veterans Commission and the Verichia Company, which is a commercial real estate company. TVC is also Traverse City, Missouri. And Missouri came up. My son lived in Missouri, just came home last December after living there for 2 years. And I just had a session with someone in Missouri today. So that was very interesting. We started this read with the higher self. Okay, we have the higher self here. So this camera just can change its field of view at will here. So I don't know why the field of view just shortened. But this is the underlying energy with the clarifying cards on top. The higher self with the Knight of Swords reversed below it. So that's the fourth one down. Then we have the Two of Cups upright, Alchemy upright, and the Six of Pentacles upright. The higher self, psychic secret, after holding tongue or lashing out. The Two of Cups alchemize and share and or settle out. Coming together to present the truth at night, or to the moon, the false light, and or Cancer, after a battle or game. The King of Swords offers time, money, and effort, and or a new life at 11:14, which is justice. And the Temperance card, the higher love. So we turn the page and it's now 15 of the devil, the angel to the devil. The group supporting the end of conflict with the King of Swords, perhaps very cold, perhaps with a stick up his butt, holding money over the feminine's worth. Deliberation, non-judgment, poor judgment, and a need to eat their words or swallow their pride. The Ace of Cups new life off or new love offer to the Ten of Cups reversed, underdog, the end of a family or cycle of unhappiness. Devil dog was just coming up, and devil and or the Capricorn made me do it. The Knight of Pentacles reversed, stubborn mule, Hierophant, or Taurus reversed, or the Knight of Pentacles reversed, refusing to move or work. Between the Capricorn upright and Taurus reversed, or that's both themselves their own worst enemy. Or issues with family, divorce, and or break from a contract, establishment, institution, and or religion. The horny devil with a mark on his head and bat wings, taking down Taurus or establishment or ball and chain, with dark energy streaming in. Or those who keep others imprisoned now fall, dark heads that roll. Inner war of keeping those in lack out of your field. Overworking, not working, letting go of what little they have to make amends or get a healing. Chronic illness and or injuries, low energy in general. If I am who I hang with, then there is a fear to hang with the wrong crowd. But the wrong crowd isn't about wealth. It's about control, exclusion, and judgmentalism, addictions, and fear. Chemistry comes up, healing family issues for everyone. The Knight of Wands upright, passionately rushing in, perhaps to rescue. Amazon woman no longer tackles the boar. Perhaps Sagittarius upright and Leo reversed, the reunion for big love, needing to end the avoid dance. Uncomfortable energies, the elephant in the room, who falls and keeps being put back together. Or after reunion, there are rescue efforts and letting go of control in ego death. In uncomfortable energies, feelings, or residue remains. After kissing one and touching another at the same time, played like a fiddle for not even 30 pieces of silver. Only an egg and dessert, and they never even touched it. Exposed logs and herbs, brewing or tea in the corner. Can't wait for dessert, but awkward and uncomfortable, or had an opportunity but didn't take it, and the moment was lost at 11:46, justice and the Six of Cups. Completion comes up here, as very significant, the number 9 of the endings, compassion, selflessness, and love. Number 6 of family, community, and love. The Ace of Swords reversed, split, divide, lie, and BS. The betrayal of the Two of Cups, major connection, and the downfall of the Emperor reversed. Healing, the Empress upright, and the Queen of Wands reversed. Perhaps 2 of 3 of the Swords, and the Empress with 2 Cups connection between the Emperor reversed and the Queen of Wands reversed, and she may be healing them. The Queen of Wands reversed, higher self or secret psychic abilities, or Pisces, broke contract or marriage and or religious affiliation, letting go to repair, amend, or make amends in a very uncomfortable situation, and a completion and or ending at 12:05, which is the Hangman and the Hierophant. At 12:06, going into the Lovers, the recent past is the Eight of Cups reversed, uncomfortable, between the Queen of Wands reversed and the higher self, receiving an offer of a new passion and growth suddenly or explosively, and the Knight of Cups reversed, jealous and or without peace. The King of Pentacles upright, coming out, or with parent, or Virgo reversed with mental illness, or the King of Pentacles with Virgo moon, or significant in their chart. Sharing or settling out, defenseless to the Knight of Wands rushing in to save the day or fight, and bring childlike energy or draining energy, full sunshine, somebody in need of full sunshine, and perhaps overexposed, or there's illness here as well. Scorpio upright, Virgo reversed, Sagittarius upright here. The foundation is the Four of Pentacles reversed. The Divine Masculine's heart in the Batcave, coming out and letting go, grieving loss, regret, the past, and burdens, all that hard work and resistance for nothing. Suffering in silence, stress, up nights, purging, headaches. The Magician manifesting, sharing and settling out, dumping emotional attachments to suffering. The central energy is transition upright, the portal, the dark night, death, end, transformation, coming out of isolation to co-create, with the Empress reversed, not expressing their feelings and keeping to themselves about unhappiness, an ending of a family and or emotional cycle, or uncomfortable energies around that cannot be cleared. Or Virgo reversed, Taurus reversed, both unhappy, or one person, or coming together with the King of Pentacles to work in death and transition for Fool to have their freedom. The challenge being the Three of Pentacles, the Trinity, knowing and keeping to themselves to keep their energy clear, and the Knight of Swords holding their tongue, or after keeping to themselves, now lashing out at work. So when they were keeping their mouth shut or holding their tongue, and now they're lashing out because they can't take it anymore. Running or taking from the Queen of Swords, speaking to sick kids or draining kids, or Leo reversed or ego reversed, out of control or overexposed and not satisfied. The Ten of Pentacles reversed, family, business, or legacy, their dysfunction or loss, disappointment or heartbreak, separation or just rained out. The Knight of Pentacles reversed, blocking temptation, or Capricorns under radar, and the Queen of Swords upright and the Empress reversed are separated or heartbroken over Sagittarius or a patient angel of a higher love. Guilty or shamed by the truth given to those left out in the cold, allowing the fall, dropping the facade and the mask and breaking patterns, perhaps a breathing technique, and the Chariot reverse stuck in a state of emergency, grieving the King of Cups reverse, release. Now is the Queen of Swords upright, pulling the trigger. The Queen of Cups reversed, weak emotionally in ego deaths as the third party, perhaps with bad influences around, and the Page of Swords reversed, negative self-talk, overworking or not working well with the Queen of Wands reversed, or the Queen of Swords reversed. The Queen of Swords upright is the Queen of Cups reversed, so she's good in speaking her truth, but maybe sad emotionally or weak emotionally. And the Page of Swords reversed and the Queen of Wands reversed, along with the Three of Cups reversed, could be, 3 to 4 people here who are just not getting along, or are bad influences on the Queen of Swords. And I just whistled again, and it's 222, which is so much to do with the one-on-one relationship, especially for the feminine. And it has to do with guidance counselors from room 222. Betrayal ending pain of the Knight of Swords reversed and the Page of Swords reversed. The Queen of Swords upright losing hope, or the Empress reversed is separated, patient, and or jealous rage of patient angel, or about them. And the Page of Pentacles student or opportunity, destined, state of emergency, with the High Priestess security, the Page of Pentacles student or opportunity, destined in the state of emergency, along with the High Priestess, right, who can be a secret or using their psychic abilities, awakening to fall and lose control at 229, which is the High Priestess and the Three of Wands, or Aquarius reversed or Taurus reversed, depression due to jealousy and rage, illness, or draining of a Leo reversed or ego reversed, so can be ego death or someone totally out of control, and low energy, feeling guilt and or shame, without peace, perhaps in magician embodiment, not sleeping despite surrender. The Queen of Pentacles, perhaps a second lover where now one is released, or with two kids and inspired to heal them. The Queen of Swords with the Two of Swords, with two swords kids, because the Knight and the Page of Swords are both reversed and together. The Queen of Pentacles with two cups kids, both reversed also, wanting to learn and perhaps inspired. Libra upright, Cancer reversed, Pisces upright or Virgo upright, and Capricorn reversed, and Capricorn with Aries reversed, or Aquarius Taurus, and then Scorpio upright, Leo reversed, and Sagittarius upright, as well as Virgo and Gemini both upright, all here. There could be two Queens of Swords here that are different. One is more Queen of Cups reversed, and one is more Queen of Pentacles upright. The Page of Pentacles upright and the Page of Wands upright are here, but the Knight of Swords and Page of Swords are both reversed and together, like I said. Or the Queen of Pentacles is inspired to have both kids out of the house. Maybe they're growing up and they're just leaving, and the mother is excited about that because she'll have some space. Soon is the Guidance card reversed, where there's no guidance, in a divorce, a break away from the establishment, religion, institution, or Taurus or marriage, or has alternative belief system. The Queen of Wands reversed or Taurus reversed is dissatisfied, looking back or living in the past, with the Two of Cups partner or connection. The King of Wands reversed, dark night, death, end, transition, or him moving to another home, burdened by sovereign or sovereignty, and carrying the King of Cups reverse's load, and perhaps carrying the King of Cups reversed and the sovereign may be too much for him, maybe taking on extra people or extra kids if you're combining families. Or the Queen of Wands reversed and the King of Wands reversed are siblings who are not talking. Taurus reversed and Scorpio upright here. Twin flames are seeing themselves as the Five of Wands reversed post-battle, losing the game or released from prison by offer of love from the world and or sealed divine feminine. The King of Cups is reversed, and Sovereign or King of Cups reversed single, defenseless to energies of breakup and lack of affection, or X, who's out of options and reaping rewards of the weight of the world, or the world, Pisces or divine feminine, supporting them and their dreams. Children, deception, flirt, and new love all come up for the twins. Around the twins are the seven chalices, but reversed, looping back around, dumping emotional attachments, and the Page of Cups reversed, feeling rejected, vulnerable, or perhaps spoiled and entitled, in the injustice of the patient angel with a heavy decision weighing on their shoulders. Libra reversed, Sagittarius upright, and Aquarius reversed here. The block for the twins here is the Nine of Pentacles upright, the sovereignty, the wise bird, the visits to break patterns, and grounding and integrating, depression perhaps. Communication comes up here, but even more so is domestic harmony, music, and relationship change. The Hermit no longer longing for flame and broken, or Virgo reversed, Cancer reversed is without communication. Released from prison of third-party lover in break up, break down, break through, or break in, or broken in the state of emergency and or canceling of a move or a trip, grieving the King of Cups reversed, or the King of Cups feels guilt, loss, and regret for keeping Cancer reversed stuck, perhaps. Could be two Cancers reversed here, and a Gemini reversed, released from fears, hiding in divorce, or a break from the norms, or rescued by the Knight of Wands. The King of Swords upright, released and inspired or inspiring to a child, going from frog to prince in a growth spurt, new flame ignited to awaken and be free at last. New love for the King of Swords or for themselves, the bodyguard of the King of Wands, or he's defensive or wants a duel, or watching the kids' game is draining, or watching the rescue of the kids, perhaps watching the news of coming together, reunion that is coming up as dissatisfactory, unhappy alone without the hermit's light, and being schooled or coming out destined. At 333, the higher self of the divine masculine's heart, coming out of the bat cave after a battle or competition, coming back downstairs or repeating steps 1 to 7, the Eight of Cups reversed, uncomfortable, in transition, and challenged by the workplace or co-creation. No guidance here of sovereign or single, or divorce and now single. The Queen of Swords upright, released from a prison by the King of Swords frog, becoming his princeness, with big flame lit and wide awake, free to leap. The higher self uncomfortable with the Queen of Wands reversed, the divine masculine's heart opening to the transition portal. The challenge being the workplace to get to the Queen of Swords upright, post-game, losing battle, or no more conflict, no need for guidance or Hierophant or Taurus. Descending stairs to come out sovereign and no longer hiding from the King of Swords, frog to prince, big flame, and wide awake. And again, the song in the grocery store. All I need is just a little more time to be sure what I feel isn't all in my mind, because it seems so hard to believe that you're all I need. Okay, one more card from the energy deck. Let's see what comes up. I'm losing cards here. Okay. It's 5207 now, and 52 is a 7. It's the Queen of Swords. And she was very important in this read today. Okay. And then we just have to bring in Moses here. Stop. In the name of love. Saturday is the Sabbath day of rest. Meditate. That's what he's got to say. All right. So what is the takeaway from this reading here? All right, I got 2 again. 2 is a big number today. We have indecision of the 8. 8 is the dance, right? The indecision of the dance. And the first chakra, Archangel Michael, which is 35. That has to do with safety and security issues, building a strong foundation. There's a lot of red in both cards. And this is the struggle with whoever's being indecisive, is they're in fear because they're focusing on safety and security as opposed to following their heart, following their inner knowing. And 35, by the way, is an 8. So it's very much about the wounded warrior here, because you're feeling the wounds of fighting in battle, but you don't need to fight that battle anymore. You need to follow your heart. You follow your dreams to heal others. It'll come naturally if you allow it to open and just resonate out to the world. And then those who resonate with your natural calling will naturally come to you or be guided to you, and you to them. All right? So if you don't want to choose a path, you don't have to, but you do have to then rise above and transcend. Here's the magician in the mirror. What'd I do? It wasn't my fault. So this can be a father-son energy as well, right? There may be indecisiveness because of a father's interference. This can also be a reference to your talks with God, or just waking someone up in the middle of the night to catch them vulnerable instead of the one who's the emperor who's always in power telling you what to do, right? Catching them when they're most vulnerable. Then the bottom of the deck here, we have the man holding the coin, the 43, and the 3 of Cups was upright in this read today. So this is the energy of the divine masculine energy, and then we have the heart of the divine feminine. There you go. There's your partnership. Okay, guys. Make sure you drink your water, get your sleep, get your joy, get your nature, go out and hug a tree. Make sure you meditate, say a prayer every day to make sure you stay clear. Wrap yourself in the light of love, the light of God, the light of Creator, the light of Source. However you say it, Mother, Father, Christus, Sophia, it doesn't matter. It's all the same love. Okay? Make sure you wrap yourself up every day in love. I always say, God, please armor us all with love. There are many different ways to do that. And just be good to yourselves. Follow your instincts. If you're being guided to heal yourself, work on healing yourself. Do more meditation. If you're guided to go get a healing, go get a healing. You might need to learn something from that person. If you're guided to go outside and help people and just walk around and see who might need you, go do that. Just allow yourself to be guided. Like, try not to make plans if you don't need to. Just follow your bliss. 5555. There you go. Rise and be loved, guys. Bye.